What is up, YouTube? Mr. Fuku here, bringing you another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing you my favorite deck for this format, and that is my Synchrons. Really fun deck. It's been very nice to me. I went 4-0 at my last tournament, and it's pretty funny. I was playing the deck on DN, just getting the build right and everything. And then I finally went down to tournament, and I bought 3 structure decks, and that's how I built my deck for that day, and then I went 4-0. This is a more refined build. It's better than what I had that day. Had some pretty weird matchups, like vampires and those pendulum magicians. Gem Knights was a pretty hard matchup, and this is like the finished result of that. But 4th tournament, 3rd place locals, pulled an ulti Castle, which was really nice. I'll have that head off my next video, which will probably be a special Halloween edition profile of a certain deck. Anyway, I'll just get into the deck profile. The 3 quick draw. Quick draw, you ditch a monster and special summon him. He's my absolute favorite card of the deck. He can be used as any can be used as any Synchron type tuner for a Synchro summon. So if they require a specific tuner, he works. He's also if you ditch Eater, you can special summon Eater and eat his level, then go into Excel Synchron, then hopefully you can make a Stardust Warrior pretty soon. Then next up, I have the 3 Junk Synchron. I worked so hard with trades trying to get this deck up to like good rarity, I'm actually quite proud because it's only been 2 weeks since that tournament, and so 2 weeks and I've gotten all of my stuff up to rarity. The 3 Junk Synchron, he's kind of self-explanatory. He's a Rota target. When he's normal summon, you add a level 2, you special summon a level 2 or lower, its effects are negated, so you just special summon Synchron, and then you Synchro summon. Next up, I play 3 of the new card, Jet Synchron. I love him at 3. I'm pretty sure he just finishes off my tuner count too. Every single one of these can count as up to 3 separate tuners. What he does is you can tribute a level 2 or lower, special summon him back from the grave. If he's used for a Synchro summon, you search a junk, and you can only use each of his effect only once per turn. So you can't use the other one the same turn. But with Burial, you banish him when he leaves the field. So with Burial, you always can recycle these. He's really good. Most people just use him to search Junk Synchron, but I play a Junk engine within my Synchron deck, so he searches even more, he just made him better. To finish off the Synchron engine, 2 Explorer and 2 Carrier. You can normal summon Carrier, then normal summon Explorer on top of it, then special summon other Synchron stuff. And then you can go into bigger Synchro plays, like if I normal Carrier, normal Explorer, special Junk Synchron, Sync for 7, which is pretty good. And then I can also get up to I can go for Mistworm if I have another level 2 in there. So what you do is you just normal. It's these 2 cards. Carrier's new out of the structure deck. Explorer is not. But Carrier's really good at 2, and Explorer also at 2. I tried 3 Carrier and 2 Explorer, or 3 Explorer, 2 Carrier, or 3 Carrier, 3 Explorer, but I ended up playing 2 and 2. That was the best. Both these cards did me a lot of favors at that tournament. Next up, 2 Junk Forward and 2 Junk Servant. Jump forward, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this from your hand, and if you control a junk, you can special summon this from your hand. So, let's say you special summon junk forward, normal summon something, normal summon your tuner, special summon your tuner, normal special summon your servant, or you can do up to 2 copies, because it doesn't say except junk servant, so you can normal summon junk servant, special summon junk servant overlay, Just kidding, I'm not playing any Xyzes. It is a Synchro deck. But both these guys, I wouldn't change the numbers. I was trying to play like the newer Junk Tuner, but he just kept kind of getting in my way, so I ended up playing 2 and 2. Really good cards. Triple Doppelware. He's kind of like a Dandelion, but not. When I want to special summon from the graveyard, you special summon from your hand. If he's synchroed with, you special summon 2 tokens, and then you can synchro summon with them. So he's really good. 2 copies Level Leader. I tried 3, but I kept dead drawing it, and it was useless. So, and I kept having to set it. He was a giant help at the tournament, like incredibly giant. I mean, just good synchro plays. He sets up the Excel synchro play. If I draw him and quick draw, I can ditch him, especially on quick draw, eat quick draw, synchro summon, and if I already have another synchro, I can try and make warrior. I don't play Quasar at all. I'm not a huge fan of Quasar. I don't play Formula to make Quasar. It's kind of like a Stardust Warrior kind of control deck, because I don't even know. But Stardust Warrior, I love him. He's a brand new card. The 1 Armageddon, 1 Spell Striker, 1 Zephyros, 1 Rock Spirit. Alright, so what the Rock Spirit does is you can banish an Earth from your grave, special summon it. So, and he's also a level 4. Now that works well with Spell Striker, Synchron Carrier, all the junk stuff. He's not a Rota target, so I pretty much have to draw him, but if I don't draw him, I don't really need him, so it's not like I have to play a way to search him. Zephyros, Armageddon can dump him, and I've been going back and forth between this and Birdman, but Zephyros seems to have been helping more than the other tuner. Spell Striker, I know he's a level 3, and I like the level 4s are better for my extra deck, hence the Armageddon Knight, not the maths. Spell Striker, he's really good. You banish a spell from your grave, special summon it from your hand, so then you sync with him. A lot of people play in 2 and 3 of these, but since he's a level 3, I don't really like him as much as, like, let's say Zephyros or the Rock Spirit. Only the 1 Armageddon to send Zephyros and the level leaders, because he isn't. I was playing 2, but he was useless when I draw him, so I had to drop him down to 1, and I can always Rota him out. The triple Rota, and this is the LOD First Ed Magic card. I'm just super happy I finally got one. It actually says move 1 level 4 lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. And then the newer ones just say add 1 from your deck to your hand, because the rules were different. Not actually. But super happy. 2 supers and an ultra. I'm going to try and get a 3rd super, but Rota, self-explanatory. Grab your junk stuff, grab Armageddon Knight. 3 tuning. Tuning, you add a Synchron type tuner from your deck to your hand, then you mill a card. So he's mostly there for a quick draw, and Jet, because you can always Rota your junk Synchrons, but you can't Rota your quick draw or your Jet. So tuning is my other searcher. Next up, the 3 MST, back row hate, just MST, self-explanatory, banish target for Spell Striker. 1 foolish, 1 for 1, 1 burial. 1 for 1, because I play a few, just a couple level 1s. Burial to recycle my Jet Synchron and my Jet Warriors. Foolish for the Armageddon, but not Dark specific. The last 2 cards in the main are 2 Decree. I didn't have these that day, and I kind of wish I would have, because these don't come out of the structure deck. It would have been nicer. I probably would have done, well, I don't know how I would have ended up doing, but I got 3rd, and I went 4-0. That was the end of the tournament. It was just on Dueling Network, it's been putting in a lot of work, and just back row hate, Onto the extra deck, I play the 1 Mist Bird, It's my lowest level synchro. I can make it. I was playing Formula instead of it, but I kept wanting this over Formula, and Formula kept being useless. And I was like, well, I'm not even playing Quasar, so might as well just play Mistbird. I make it a lot. It can be there to make Stardust Warrior. It's a really good card. To excel Synchron. This card is insanely good for my deck. Because this is how you're gonna make your Stardust Warrior. You just control basically any other synchro, and then you sync with both of them. And he also has the quick draw, like the formula effect where you can sync on your opponent's turn, which is nice. Then I play for the rest of the level 5s 1 Jet and 1 TG. Jet, if he wasn't Jet Synchron specific, I would be playing 2. But since he is, I have the 1 TG. And TG's always there for draw power, and it's always nice to have and sync for Stardust Warrior with. I'm only playing 1 level 6 Goyo. I don't really miss like other level 6 plays. Just the 1 Goyo. He puts he works. He's good. 1 Archer, 1 Nitro Warrior, 1 Clearwing. Clearwing was the reason I won the Gem Knight matchup. Nitro Warrior because I love his effect, and I personally, he just is so good in my opinion. The 2800 beater, and when you activate, if you activate a spell card, he gains 1000 attack for damage calculation, and if he attacks and destroys a monster by battle, you can change a defense position monster your opponent controls to attack, and he can attack again. Junk, just to junk Archer because he gets rid of Xyz materials for me, and you can also just clear the board so I can OTK, depending on how many synchros I control. For the level 8s, the 2 Junk Destroyer, he put in a lot of work. I didn't really need anything else. Like honestly, Junk Destroyer is. I tried to keep a Synchron basis to the deck. I have other level 8s that I might consider taking out the super for, but all in all, I like him at 2, just because you get to, when he's synchro summoned, you basically get to pop 1 or more cards, and that's not that bad. 2600 beater, he can tower over Stardust, not actually. The 1 Mistworm, the 1 Leo, he's 100 over Stardust. Mistworm, I didn't go through a match where I didn't make it or didn't want to make it, because Mistworm is incredibly good. Clears your opponent's field. And then Leo, because I can make it, and I can't always make the Stardust Warriors. Stardust Warrior, he keeps coming back, and he is incredible. I don't like Quasar. I traded out a Quasar for 1, because I was playing Quasar in Formula, but there's so many different variations of this extra deck that I've been playing, but this one seems to be the most effective, in my personal opinion. Well, not really effective, but my favorite. He just adds like a nice control, and the 3000 beat stick's nice, and when he dies, you can special summon an 8 or lower warrior type synchro and treat it as if it was just synchro summoned, so he's really nice to have. That heads off my Synchron deck profile. I hope you liked it, and at least try the deck on DN, because it's kind of easy to understand, it's cheap, and it's good. And as I said, I will be showing off my Ulti Castle, which I pulled from my Astral Pack 7 at my last tournament, at the heading of my next deck profile. So Mr. Fuku out. Be sure to like and subscribe.